Let me show you guys something. The boat ramps are still closed up. This ramp is long. All of this is normally underwater. Do you see that? I couldn't even come over to the ramp. I mean to the boat dock. But it's a pretty day out here. What is that? Bluebird skies. Take a look at the sun. It's shining bright. We're gonna see if we can get out here for a good time, not a long time, and see how many fish we can get to the boat, guys. I think we have about an hour and a half on the shot clock. We don't have much time, but hopefully I can ease back out of here and get things cracking. So let's go ahead and get to it. Who do we have tuning in? Shout out to AC. We got AC tuning in. I see Tom Mix. All right, let's see if I can hop onto this boat without. All right. Without falling in the water. All right, now we got to see if we can get backed up out of here. Oh, there we go. It was nice and easy. All right, let's see. While we're easing back into the water and leaving from this, you guys see that? How low the water is? The boat dock itself was all the way out. We got Brian the Fisherman Baker tuning in. I had to use my jack plate, guys. Frisco says, prep work done? No, sir. Charger secured? No, sir. I did not do it. I started working on something else, Frisco. Let's see, who else do we have tuning in? Man, you guys have been in here waiting. Tom says, hey, MoneyBass, I've been trying to renew my membership. Is there a simple button to click on a pay? I pressed the membership button and it only tells my status. I am not sure. Does anybody know anything about the memberships, how to renew, all that good stuff? And actually, I need to pay attention so I don't end up running aground out here. Let me get my mapping up real quick, guys. All right, so we're good. All right, let's see. Somebody help Tom Mix out, please. Frisco said he late. AC says, Tom, once you click on the membership, click on the 3 dots to the right, and you should see manage membership. Tom Mix says, let's see, I've got to take off soon, and I don't know if I'll get back on before the stream is over. All right, hope that works out for you. Brian says, you are talking, and it's saying it over again. All right, well, let's see, guys. We're in a different area of the lake, obviously, because they closed some things down. I wonder if the mass bass Tid is watching. I'm gonna go over here and steal one of his spots real quick. Shout out to Jim Boots. He says, yo, 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 it's my favorite show. All right, I see Stephen in here. He says, what lake are you at? I'm out here on Lake Lanier, just a different part of the lake. The ramp that I normally put in at is closed right now. So we're gonna still ease on out here and see what we can see. It's a nice area, just right. You guys know I don't like running that far. Even during tournaments nowadays, I gotta get back into the swing of things, instead of just hanging around the same area and not really feeling like taking off. But of course, you guys know we're just out here to enjoy the experience. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. Let's see if we got everything up and running. I did not even retie. Didn't even retie my baits yet, but you guys saw yesterday, I showed you the bait I'd be using. The baits, I have a crankbait, underspin, what's that, spoon, jerk bait, and 2 shaky head rods, and that's it. We're gonna keep it nice and simple. Man, that's a real nice drop off right there. See all those rocks and everything over there? Shout out to Terry C. Terry C, member of the Money Team for 13 months. All right, so he broke that year mark. You guys see that badge that he has next to his name? For people that have been a member of the Money Team for a year or longer, that is the badge that they will get. So big shout out to, oh my goodness, hold on. Let me get this spoon out, guys. You know, it's spoon season. And I see some fish that might be asking for a spoon. They're like, hey, MoneyBass, is that a spoon you got on the boat? It is. Do you want to bite a spoon? Let's see. Let's see if they want to bite that spoon, guys. We're sitting in about 40 feet of water. I'm going to drop it all the way to the bottom, too. Didn't look like it. Let's ease on up here to these rocks a little bit more. What's going on, Texas Newt? So we're just getting started, guys. We got a late start. Let's see, what do we need? About an hour and a half on the shot clock. You think that's enough time? Texas Newt says, hey, Money, what bait caster did you go with? I didn't get one yet. Well, I was talking about a spinning rod. I mean, a spinning reel. I wanted to get the one that I had been looking at was the Vanford and what's the other one called? Tatula or something like that? But the Vanford is the one that seemed most appealing to me, but I haven't picked up anything yet. So I'm right here, right at some rocks, guys. It's a nice drop off. Shout out to DL Peck in the chat. DL, you ready for a rematch on the big bass battle? DL had it rough the last time we did the big bass battle. He didn't give up. He said always. Yeah, so I'll be letting you guys know what date it looks like we'll be doing the next one. And of course, I'll open the invitation. Goes out first to the people who participated in the last one. Frisco said, Newt, you know he never does anything in a timely manner. You gotta have faith, Frisco. Even if you catch a fish at the last minute, they still got caught, right? Let's see, do I feel like going way across the lake today? Maybe. Maybe. What is the weather like in Texas? Is it cold in Texas? Or is it still good fishing weather in Texas? Frisco says it's chilly, but it's all good. Look at Dottie. Coming right in, getting straight to the point. Hey, is there any fish yet? Dottie, we just started. We just started. Okay, so the weather's still looking good in Texas. So you guys are ready to go fishing. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do another, look at this, guy. I don't even have my trolling motor turned on. What's up with that? Yeah, just trying to determine if I'm gonna do another live, whether it be the Battle of the Anglers or a big bass battle. Another one this month. But what do you guys think? What do you think in the chat? Do you guys want to see another? Do you want to see another Battle of the Anglers where we're all in the same lake? Or do you want to see a big bass battle where we're in different states and different lakes competing against each other? So you'll get to see the scenery from different areas, basically. Just gonna fish right along these rocks for a quick minute. So what do you guys think? Big bass battle or Battle of the Anglers? Hopefully you guys know the difference already. All right, let's see. Phil said, did you leave your pet at home? I sure did. The pet has been left at home. Texas Newt says it might be kind of slow right now for different states. That's right. But it is what it is. All you need is one with the big bass battle. DL says, let me see, he's back in town. Clint Perry says, as long as Chicken Hawk is in the tournament. So you want Chicken Hawk to be back on Gunnersville? Goodness, I didn't realize the bait was still out that far. So this water is kind of deep right here, even though I'm just a few feet away from the bank. It's a real steep drop off. What's going on, Chef Boy? Haven't seen you in a minute. Been MIA. What you been up to, Chef Boy? And Chef Boy, did you watch the Battle of the Anglers that took place this past weekend? Texas Newt says, CP. The problem is Hawk is more talk than catch. You know, one of these days, Chicken Hawk is probably going to surprise everybody and catch a fish. I know y'all thought I was going to say and come in with the wind, right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was the boat moving, guys. It was the boat moving. I didn't peel it back. I just had to check and see. Chef Boy said, man, I've been slaving. He said, I've been out here chefing it up. Texas News said he'll be surprised too. He said Chicken Hawk will be surprised. Shout out to Whipstick. Is Whipstick in the chat? Chef Boy says, no, I didn't. He says I was distracted. This looks like this might be the point right here. This might be the point. Shout out to Whipstick. He says, money, 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 money. Money. What you think, Whipstick? You think they want this money today? Uh-oh, I think I see something. Texas Noob says, money, have you heard of a fisherman just watch bass swim by and not fish for them? Are you talking about what Chicken Hawk was saying this past weekend on Saturday? Is that what you're talking about? All right, I think we need to put a little stank on it. Who is this in the chat? Tom Mix. He says, good luck today, MoneyBass. Good luck to all chat, bent rods, and tight lines. Whipstick said, absolutely not. They don't want this money. Yeah, I don't think they're going to want this money either, Whipstick. Give me a second, guys. We're going to put a little stank on it. Chef Boy said, I'm going to win this Christmas money. Uh-oh, Chef Boy said he needs some Christmas money. I don't know, Whipstick. Sounds like they might want something now. It's getting a little closer to Christmas. Hey, you know what? Somebody purchased some MoneyBass merch this past weekend. Was that anybody in the chat? Was that one of you guys in the chat that purchased some MoneyBass merch? Somebody, anybody, everybody? But yeah, I saw order just come in over the weekend. I was like, I wonder who that is. Somebody out here watching the Battle of the Anglers and decided to go ahead and snatch up some merch. All right, we got a little stank on it. Might as well go ahead and put a little stank on this other one too, just in case we have to change it up. Frisco says, was your secret, was it the Secret Santa? Terry C said, me. Was that you for real, Terry? You bought some merch? If you did, what did you get? Shout out to Terry C. Supporting the cause. Whipstick says, Chef Boy, just chilling. It's cold here. Wait a minute, Whipstick, where are you at where you're saying it's cold? Do you see this day? It's lovely out here. It's a good one. Just like this fish I'm about to catch. It's a good one. Shout out to Terry C. Says he got a blue hat. Was it the blue MoneyBass hat? Is that the one you got? Actually, let me show you. Let me show you, because I got the black one. So that right there, is that the hat that you bought? So yeah, so that's one of the MoneyBass hats right there, guys. Is that the hat you just picked up, Terry C? If anybody else is interested in the merch, because some of you guys have asked about it, there should be a link on the screen that you guys can see that says shop or merch or something like that. I'm not sure. Terry C said, yes, sir. Whipstick said he's in the veteran hospital freezing. Oh, they keep the They keep the temps kind of low in there. Text, you okay, Whip? He said, you okay after that beating you took this weekend at Battle of the Anglers? He said, I knew you were in a battle, but I didn't know it'd send you to the VA hospital. Perry, he says he got that hat too. All right, guys. Appreciate the support. But yeah, if anybody else is interested in those hats, hoodies, and t-shirts and stuff like that, there should be a button on the screen. Did you guys see who saw the very beginning of today's live stream and saw how low the water was? I actually wasn't even able to use the boat dock this time. I had to beach my boat. Now I got dirt on it. Now I got to come in here. Let's see. Can you guys see the dirt on here? So now I have to do some extra work. Frisco. Now I got to clean my boat. Jeff Collins says, rip some lips, MoneyBass. All right, we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see if we have anything that has a mouthpiece ready for some action. Man, all these rocks over here. I was thinking we'd get a bite over here pretty quick. Let me think, guys. It may not be too far of a run. I can run and go and check out another area that might be a good cold water spot. But hey, you never know. Some people, they're coming out here finding them, but I don't know. Maybe they're coming out here pre-fishing and stuff like that. But see, I don't come out and scan and stuff like I used to, guys. I pretty much just come out here and go for what I know. See what I can see. See what we can get to the boat in about a good hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes 3. And you see that? So I put monofilament backing on my line first, and then I fill the spool up with braid. And then after the braid, I put a leader. So there's the braid. You see that high-vis yellow braid? But that other day when I broke my line off, when it all got tangled up, I lost a lot of my braid. So I actually need to go and re-spool my braid back on here again. Whipstick says, Texas Noop, I'm at work. All right, Noop says, Money, are you going to give any merch away for Christmas? I don't know. You guys want to give away for Christmas? Whipstick says, Texas Noop, that's what's up. Frisco says, how long will that dirt be there? How long should it be there, Frisco? How long should it be there? DL Peck says, what's the water temp? The water temp is 51.7 degrees. Texas Nuke says, Frisco, I think he may still have some gas in his tank. Oh, yeah. You guys saw I didn't really do too much running or anything this past weekend for Battle of the Anglers. I figured it was going to be a hit or miss type of thing. I predicted that one fish. Did anybody hear my prediction for Battle of the Anglers? I predicted that one fish would win Battle of the Anglers. Did anybody hear me say that? I predicted that one fish would win Battle of the Anglers. Shout out to Trev. We got Trev tuning in. Trev says, how many fish so far? None. We're just getting started. We've been out here for what? Maybe like 15, 20 minutes, something like that, maybe. But let's do this. In the chat. Wait a minute. You guys haven't even hit the like button yet. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. I need to see who's participating. Type the word like in the chat. Appreciate that, Trev. He says all the best. And if you haven't hit the like button, what's up with that? What's going on? We need to get our likes up. We got to get the likes up to get the bites up. I came all the way to a whole different ramp today so we can come out here and see if anybody can walk away with any of this Christmas cash for the month of December. All I need is that tappy tap. All right, we're gonna make one more cast after this one over here, and then we're gonna take off and go. Should I go to the left or to the right today? What's going on, Robert? Robert said he hit that like button for me. Really appreciate that. Chef Boy says, throw something highlighter or cricket green. Cricket green, huh? Trev says, put on a green pumpkin flash fluke. Works for me every time. Every time he's catching a fish. Okay. Shout out to Rory. I see you in the chat. Man, that water hitting up against a rock sounded like some schooling fish. Blaster says, wahoo, fishing with MoneyBass. All right. Frisco says, Richard Pryor used to say, always go left. Mark Allen says, heck, you throw what MoneyBass wants to throw. All right, let me see. What does MoneyBass want to throw? I said I want to make one more cast, right? So let me put this shaky head rod down and pick up my other shaky head rod. I double dangle. What you think about that, Frisco? I double dangle. We're just sitting out here on Spotlight, guys. So you see these rocks? We're just fishing a point that has a bunch of rocks on it. The current is wind is kind of blowing into this bank. But we have light winds today. Whipstick says, Dottie, what state are you in? Money is going to have to get some lady anglers on Battle of the Anglers. Uh-oh. Jeff says, purple muddulator. What is that? All right, Frisco. Frisco says, you in unfamiliar water. So you hoping. Oh, so it's like that, Frisco. You don't think I can catch a fish just because I go to new water? I was doing that the other day. Texas Noob says, Whip, I'm not sure if Hawk could handle being beat by a lady. Oh, goodness. Ken says, I like to fish in live streams. Okay. Mark says, how many hours you put on your boat motor a year average? I really have no idea. I'm not sure. Roy Johnson says, looks nice out there. Did you put in at Van Pugh? Sure did. If you go all the way back to the beginning of this video, and actually I put out a short. So if you just go to my channel and look up like the most recent video I uploaded a video right before I came out here, and you can see exactly how the ramp looks. It's basically the boat dock itself is all the way out of the water, so I had to beach my boat in order to to get to the boat. All right, so we're gonna move and we're gonna head to, man, you know, I just have a feeling that these fish are here. That's probably just a little deeper than what I'm fishing. But we'll move, we'll go for a ride. We'll enjoy the scenery. Let's see, where should I go? Frisco said I need to go to the left. Well, guess what? We're gonna go to the right and then to the left. Dottie says she's in Indiana. Shout out to Trev, says all the best from South Africa. We got South Africa tuning in again. I told you guys we were worldwide. Worldwide. Oh, and keep in mind, if you are looking for gifts, maybe that's why people were asking about the merch. So shout out to Terry C, Clint Perry. They said they got them a MoneyBass hat, but it comes in a bunch of different colors, guys. So you can get it in. This is a black one. There's dark blue, red. I'd say those are the three most popular colors. But yeah, so I have the nice logo on there. Show some support for the cause. What do you guys think about that logo? One of my subscribers actually made that logo for me a few years ago. I couldn't resist it, guys. I couldn't resist it. It's another rocky point right here. I might throw my crankbait out here on this one. Was it Mark? He said, MoneyBass, you throw what you want to throw. I think I might want to throw a crankbait this time. But before we get all the way up there, I guess I can hit him in the head with a shaky head again. Wait a minute, what was that? I just saw something. You know, if I see it, I gotta say it. Yep, I sure did. I see it. I see something right out there. Let's go ahead and spot lock it right here for a quick second. Gonna let that fall all the way to the bottom. Just fish it back real slow. Shout out to AC. Blaster says, I would like to see Patricia, AC, and Dottie fishing. You want to see them team up and get out on the lake, huh? Shout out to Roy. He says Flowery Branch area is a good place to start in. And you know, I know my way around the lake, but I don't know the names of the different creeks like that for the most part. But I guess I might know like landmarks and things like that better. We're just doing a slow drag, guys. Slow drag. Oh, what is that right there? I see something that looks even better. And about 30 feet of water. Whipstick said, yeah, Blasted. He likes that. Dottie said, Blasted, I would be down. Uh-oh. Patricia says, all about that bass. No trouble. Let me ease on back. Shout out to Patricia. She's putting in an order for a spotopotamus. Who remembers the bendation chart? Who saw the bendation chart when we were watching when we were doing Battle of the Anglers on Saturday? Anybody remember that? Trev says, are there any docks on that lake? Yes, sir. There's docks everywhere around here. Terry C says, it's all about that bass. About that bass, no treble. All I need is just a little tappy tap. That's all I want. Is that asking for too much? Just a little tappy tap. We're gonna fish a few rocky points. May go and try out some shoal markers. Just gonna hop around a little bit, see what we can find out here. Is today? No, today's Tuesday, right? Today is Tuesday. Trev says, it's getting late here. Good night, y'all. Shout out to, did you say South Africa, Trev? Where did Trev say he was from? South Africa, all right. Tim says, there are thousands of docks on Lanier. That is true. Ronald says, MoneyBass, I subbed and been watching a bit, and you kind of suck at fishing, but I don't worry. He says, but don't worry, Sammy here to help. He says, I can teach you, my friend. All right, teach me the ways, Sammy. Teach me the ways. All right, let's see, guys. I'm gonna stay on this point just a little bit longer. Then we're gonna ease on out. Sammy said he's gonna teach me the ways. Blast says, Wimpy, Popeye, what is that? Popeye's buddy said, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. What does SWAT Lawn Operations do in the off season? Because I know you stay busy doing something. AC said fish. There is a place I want to go check out where oh my goodness. I can't believe this. My knot just broke. So let's sit down and retie. And what bait was that? Wouldn't you know it? All right, that was one of those. And I don't think I have another one on here. All right, Ron said, Frisco said, Ronald, we have been trying to teach him. He's a slow learner. Ron said, throw a crankbait on the same point and watch it get smashed. Oh yeah, I mean, this is a good point for a crankbait. I just wanted to throw this shaky head first. All right, let's see, where's the end of my spool at? All right, gonna put a quick Alberto knot on here. Then we're gonna keep on moving. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Did I slide in? Alberto knot is trash. Said, throw that Alberto knot. What kind of knot do you tie, Sam? All right, there we go. Let's see if I nick my line. Nope, and we're good. And this water is very clear, so I put about a 20-foot leader on here. 12-pound fluorocarbon is what I put on my shaky head for my leader. Ronald says an overhand knot 3 times as strong than an Alberto. All right. Let's see, I know I had another bait up here that I wanted to test out. So let's try this one out and see what happens. All right, we just had to move a little bit. All right, so now we're just gonna start covering some water. Shout out to CP. We got CP tuning in. All right, so we're just gonna run this rock bank here with a crankbait. Go all the way around this cove, just covering water. So what do you guys have planned for this weekend? Anybody have anything special coming up? Anybody making any trips, going fishing? Or are you just gonna be shopping? What are the plans? Bless it. Cyclops said, put me in, coach. All right, so we're right up on some rocks right now. Come on, get out of those rocks. Frisco said, taking my boat back to the shop. Oh my goodness, why you gotta take it back? What happened?
Bryce's allergy medication. Phil said Frisco had too many bass in the boat. He overloaded it and had a new spring put in the trailer. Is that a good problem or a bad problem? What's going on, Tyler? Good to see you in the chat. Blaster says the Ranger sound like the Ford Ranger. Fix or repair daily. Uh-oh. Phil said that's a good problem. What is going on with this crankbait? Let me see what is going on. All right, we got one, guys. We got one. We got him. We got him. Let's tighten up on this drag a little bit. We got him. All right, do you see him down there? It's not a big one, but he was a biter. He was like, let me take a bite of that crankbait. See if I can flip him with a crankbait. Bam! There we go. We got one to the boat already. He ain't a biggin. Let's check and see if he's a bass for cash fish. It might be a little too small, guys. But hey, they biting. Nah, it doesn't look like it's gonna make the cut. Is he gonna make the cut? All he has to be is 14 inches for bass for cash, guys. But I think this one's gonna be just under 14. Oh my goodness, and it made it. Do you see that? Do you see it? Blaster said, oh yeah. All right, there you go. There's your first bass for cash right there. We'll go ahead and put him in here for a quick second. All right, there you go, guys. We got one to the boat. Cranking these rocks. Wow, so said it's a no pounder. It's a no pounder. Does anybody know how much that fish is worth? Money team, do you know how much that fish is worth? Let's see if you know. Man, I shouldn't have cast that one back into the wind like that, huh? Throwing this on 10-pound fluorocarbon that I just spooled up. The brakes and everything set up based on the line that I have on here. Blaster said, oh yeah. Cody said it's a 1.13. Why so? Zyro said 0.9. Clint Perry said it's a 1.01. Blaster said it's a $40 fish. Blaster knows the routine. Blaster knows a little something about what this bass for cash can do for your pockets. I think something may be off with this crankbait though. Oh, I keep forgetting this is that reel that I need to get my brakes and stuff adjusted on here. Because I think this is the one, regardless of how I adjust it, it still keeps coming loose. But we'll see. We'll play around with it a little bit today and see what happens. Frisco says 10 pound in cold water. He said cheap 10 pound. 10 pound line is cheap. All right, let me check. Something is making this crankbait swim a little off. I'll figure it out in a second. We got hooks on fishing. Blaster says, Cyclops said, put me in, coach. All right, go ahead and let me know if you guys are back in action. If you can see something and say something. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. Appreciate that. Shout out to Kevin Two Fishes. So we got one bass for some cash in the boat. How the lights looking? It's pretty, considering that I have lost connection twice. Shout out to Georgia Dog in the chat. Says, what's up, y'all? Anything in the box? We got one bass for cash sitting in the boat right now, so we'll be weighing that one shortly. Kevin Two Fishes says, we have snow, ice over lakes, and cold here. I want to move. Come on down south and check it out. See how you like the weather down here. Blaster says, we were sitting on 36 likes. We just have to see when the DQ queen is ready to DQ somebody. What's going on, Waves? Kevin Two Fishes says he's going to be in North Carolina in the next 2 weeks. In the next week, okay. The Mass Bass Tid has checked in. He says, hey, MoneyBass, can we get another bass for cash fish for the second guest, please? So you want more than one bass today, huh? Is that what you're saying? You putting in an order? Phil says, what was the bendation on that fish? Did you guys see it? I don't even know if I let you guys see it. I would say that fish right there had, I would say that fish had medium bendation on it. That one was kind of low on the chart. All right, so the Mass Bass Kid is putting in an order for more than one fish for today. I guess we can go ahead and make that happen for him. We'll catch more than one fish for today. How about that? Shout out to Kevin Two Fishes. Might be moving to North Carolina, get away from some of that cold weather. All right, let's keep on moving. Frisco says, is someone asking for a miracle? Oh my goodness, Frisco. Is it a miracle? All right, let's speed it up a little bit. Go right across this cove and head over to this other point. Some real nice rocky points over here. Dottie says, what the heck, did I miss the fish? You sure did, Dottie. But it wasn't sensational. The bendation was not sensational. It had about a medium bendation level on it. But we do have a fish in the box for bass for cash. Dottie was like, that's all I needed to know. She's like, I don't care about that other stuff. Uh-oh, Patricia said, I need to get jiggy with it. It's time to break out the jigs, Patricia. We're just doing a little cranking right now. We're just gonna speed up and head toward this rocky point right here. Currently sitting in 29 feet of water, going over this ditch. Is AC in the chat? All right. We're going over a little something out here in the middle of this ditch, so let's just drop a spoon down on them just to see. Just to see. Frisco says swim jig in a drain or ditch with a little Alabama shake to it. What's the name of that dance? What kind of dance is that, Frisco? All right, let's ease on to this point and keep on working around. All right, curtain's currently sitting in 22 feet of water. Water temp has now dropped to 50 degrees. What's going on, Country Carpenter? Says, any fish yet? Yes, sir. We got one in the boat. I think we've been out here for about an hour. Just easing along, throwing a crankbait right now. Just off of these rocks. So you see all these rocks over here? So we're just down here trying to see if there's any fish out here wanting to feed on some crawfish or something like that relating to these rocks. When I was coming out to the lake about an hour ago, guys, there was somebody that was leaving. I asked them how they did, and they said they didn't catch anything. Patricia said spots have cheap sunglasses on. All right, is Whipstick in the chat? I guess AC isn't in the chat. Let's see if Whipstick is in the chat. AC isn't in the chat. Whipstick isn't in the chat. Who is in the chat? If you were in the chat, just say something. If you're breathing, say something. Oh, there we go. AC said I'm here. Oh, that was me that was just a little behind. Let's see what you guys have been saying. The Mass Bass. Perez said, are you still on the same point? No, sir. The Mass Bass Tid said, that point looks familiar. I'm pretty sure it did. So we got AC in the chat. AC, when do you want to weigh this first fish? Frisco said the bite window is 1:19 p.m. to 3:19 p.m. Hey, so Frisco, I caught my fish outside of the bite window. So you know it takes a special kind of talent to be able to do that, right? It takes a special kind of skill. Right? AC says, I just need to pull over. Let me know when you are ready. You guys are going to make AC have to pull over. All right, AC, I will let you determine when you're ready. So when you're ready, just type ready in the chat. And then I'll go ahead and pull the fish out, let people take a look at it, put it on the measuring board for them, and see if anybody wants to walk away with this cash. But of course, Whipstick knows they don't want this money. Okay, AC said, I'm ready. All right, guys. All right, let me reel this in. Frisco said, park that Tesla. He's ready to get some of this cash for that bass. All right, here we go, guys. What is on the line? What is on the line for today? All right, so there it is down there. It didn't have much girthification on it. I mean, it's a mean one, though. You see it? It's mean. All right, AC, we're going to go into subscriber-only mode. Remember, all that you have to do to participate in Bass for Cash is subscribe to the channel. We are currently in subscriber-only mode. AC, whenever you are ready, you can open the scales. And let me just show the fine peoples. This fish, oh, goodness. Come on, buddy. Don't do it. Don't fight me. The scales are officially open, guys. Scales are officially open. This fish is sitting right at 14 inches. Do you see it? It's right at 14 inches, guys. It's right on the line, and it's strong. It's trying to get away. It's a fighter. It's like I ain't going out without a fight. 14 inches. Do you see that? It's a keeper on this lake. You see that? I'm not even going to enter this one in FishXLive. Because it was a random catch. All right, you have 2 minutes. Remember, the rules of engagement for Bass for Cash are always in the description. So if you do something wrong and get DQ'd, that means you didn't read the rules. You have 2 minutes. Shout out to AC. AC is in the chat looking for a DQ. Who will get DQ'd today? Shout out to Georgia Dog. All right, I see Guess is slowing down a little bit. Uh-oh, it looks like the mass bass Tid is behind in the stream, which means he's gonna put his guess in too late. He is late in the chat. Anytime you guys aren't sure if you are up to date in the chat, you need to just refresh your screen. The scales are closed. I bet you guys, watch the mass bass Tid put his guess in late now that the scales are closed. Yeah, he's a few minutes behind. All right, guys, we're gonna go on scale and get it over with. It's not a big one, but guess what? It's big enough for Bass for Cash because all they have to do is be a keeper. All right, so we got it zeroed out. Bam, hit you with the zeros. All right, now this fish is not big at all. I'm gonna guess it's in the Yeah, 1-2 something range. I'm gonna go with a 1-2-1, guys. I think this fish is gonna be a 1-2-1. All right, there we go. We got it zeroed out. Oh, your partner was close. Got hit in the mouthpiece with a 1-2-7. Did anybody have a 1-2-7? Did somebody want this money? Did somebody want this money today? 1-2-7. You guys see it? 1-2-7. We're gonna go ahead and put it back. Let it go back over there and tell his buddies it's been hanging out with your partner MoneyBass. 1-2-7, guys. Let's go ahead and put this one back. No official winner. Is Whipstick in the chat? Because I think something tells me that Whipstick has something that he wants to say. Does anybody know what that might be? Look at Dottie. What happened, Dottie? Clint Perry said Frisco ain't living right. What did Frisco do now? Frisco says, I'm tired of something coming so close, off by 0.01 again. Oh no, Frisco. That's why they said you're not living right. Oh my goodness, Frisco. All right, Frisco, do you want me to catch another 14-incher or you want me to catch a bigger one? Go ahead and place your order, Frisco. Do you want another 14-inch fish or you want a bigger one? What do you think you have a better chance of winning at? Oh my goodness, I know you guys see what Whipstick said. I knew he had something he wanted to tell you. Whipstick said, they don't want this money. Oh, they didn't want that money, Whipstick. They said, nah, we don't need it. They said, we don't need this money for Christmas. We don't need any of this holiday funds. Blaster said, MoneyBass keeps shaking off that extra drop of water. Whipstick said, your chat is rich. They don't want this money. They're like a $40 bill to guess the weight of the fish. I'm insulted. I don't need that little bit of money. They said they rich, Whipstick. Man, I could use some of that money, Whipstick. Need to get me a new reel. Frisco says, it's hard to guess. It's hard guessing little fish like you catch. I'm not familiar with those. Okay. All right. Okay, Frisco. I see how you want to be. I was trying to help you out by asking you if you wanted to put in an order. Now I take your order back. You remember the guy on Seinfeld when you try to order the soup? No soup for you, Frisco. No soup for you, Frisco. Dottie said, MoneyBass, Whipstick is fibbing on us. We do want this money. All right, well, let me give you another chance. Let me give you another shot, Dottie, and let's see if you really do want this money. Because I'm kind of believing Whipstick right now. Oh, my goodness. If you see something, I need you to say something. If you see it, I need you to say it. Shout out to Clint Perry, slid right on in and hit you guys with 5 gifted memberships. Now, those gifted memberships go out to the members of the chat. And once you get a gifted membership, that means you are now a member of the Money Team. Those are the people that I refer to as the members of the channel. Let's see who got it. Cody, Tiggs and Bits, Bass Shaker back in the house, Junior Chapman, and the Average Angler all got a gifted membership. Big shout out to CP. I see you guys shouting him out. Texas Noop, Frisco, Dottie, Blaster, of course. Whipstick says, can't even give away some Christmas money. Isn't that a shame? Phil said, Whipstick's hurting us, and I was hoping he'd win. He said, I was hoping he'd win the tournament. I don't know if I could root for him anymore. Oh, no. Phil said you're hurting his feelings, Whipstick. All right, guys. How much more time do we have on the shot clock? How much time did I say we had on the shot clock today? All right, let's move. Shout out to David. David says, any luck? Guess what, David? We just finished weighing one of these bass for cash, and you missed the weigh-in. All you had to do was subscribe and guess the weight of the may have walked away with some money, because guess what? They didn't want this money. Nobody won. So now we're going to go catch another one. We're just checking to see if anybody really does want this money. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Did it happen again? Shout out to Clint Perry, back at it again. Hoodie popping the mouthpiece, Daniel. Looks like we have another member of the money team. Big shout out to CP. Everybody put CP in the chat. The general of the money team out here doing his thing. And even, wait a minute. Even with those gifted memberships, did that come after that came after we weighed the fish? I was gonna say we even had some more people that could guess the weight of the fish, and nobody still wanted that money. I really think Whipstick might be right. Whipstick said, Phil, you gotta believe. He said you gotta trust the process. All right, let's see, guys. We are going to try this underspin out here on some deep water fish. We're sitting in about 26 feet of water. Water temp is still about 50 degrees. All right, we're gonna count this thing down. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. I see something that's completely amazing. Let's count this thing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you guys drop a 1 in the chat? I want to make sure you guys can hear me because my Chat is not updating right now. All right, appreciate that. I need everybody to give some love to CP. You see, he came in and hit you guys with another gifted membership. All right, let's see what I need. Shot. Let's see if they want drop shot action. All right, we're taking it slow. Shout out to Jeff Collins back in the chat. Phil says, how do you get a gifted membership? Can anybody give Phil some tips on how to get a gifted membership? The number one thing is you got to be living right. So you got to ask yourself, are you living right? Phil said, I'm always living right. Frisco said gifted memberships are overrated. Frisco, is that because you don't have one? Shout out to C219 Troll. Good to see you back in the chat. Shout out to Dottie. She says, you're still in subscriber mode. Okay, you want to have everybody come in here and be able to speak a little something? All right, we are back open to the public. Everybody can participate in the chat. Appreciate that, Dottie. What's going on, David? David says, what lake am I on? I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Trying to see if we can get some drop shot action. Blaster says, Phil, MoneyBass said I was running them mean YouTube streets with Frisco and not living right. And look at me now. That's right. Frisco was out here with Blaster, just not living right. But Blaster was like, I want a new life. I want to start living right. Man, I'm seeing some real big fish, guys, but the problem is getting those things to bite. Phil said that's why I'm trying to stay away from Frisco. Oh no, Phil, you're not gonna hang in there. You're not gonna. What happened to the loyalty? Phil said I want a gifted membership. He said I ain't got time for that. Now let's head on in here to a little bit shallower. We're gonna start back throwing this crankbait again. So for anybody just tuning in, the fish we got to the boat so far came off of a crankbait. We're gonna see if we can get another one to the boat. Because you guys know the routine. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. All right, if you guys can hear me, drop a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Because I think we're still dealing with a delay. Blaster says, I changed my ways and now I'm a MoneyTeam member. A blue wrench, with a blue wrench, thanks to good living and the grace of MoneyBass. He recognized my heart. Shout out to Blaster. Blaster says, let me rub it in. All right, guys, let's see. Gonna get up here and fish some rock a little bit. I'm gonna reset, guys. I'll be right back.